Okay, so this is the bike before I've done any work. So the idea is to get it nice and clean, and then we'll obviously have a look at the gearbox and then start addressing the other non-working issues, just like the rear light, etc. And then it's basically a tidy up. That's before. So another surprise with the DRZ, and the petrol tank has obviously had a problem before with this hole here, and someone has actually drilled through, probably to tap this hole, but they've actually gone right into the tank there. So as you can see there, it's actually gone straight through into the tank, so I need to sort that out as well. Okay, so this is my repair solution. So I've cut a chrome board like that, just the threads off it, cut a slot in the end so I can get a screwdriver in, put some JB weld in it, on the threads and around it, and basically screwed it into the hole. So you can see that. So what that does is obviously blocks the hole, seals it up, and also we've got the threads there available as well for the side panel to actually screw in. So let that dry and then I'll test it with fuel. Okay, I've got the crankcase halves together with the new gearbox parts in. So simply just reinstalling it now. Got the oil pump on, the gear select mechanism goes in here, and then obviously put in all the rest of the parts. Okay, that's the oil pump in, all of the associated gears, cam chain I've got in there, and the clutch with the clutch basket. Proved that all the gears work with the selector fork, obviously all working correctly. So now I just need to put in various other gears and then put the head on. Okay, that's all the casings on now, and it's just ready for the top end to go on. That's the barrel and the cylinder head back on, camshafts in, cam chain up and adjusted correctly for the correct timing, and the caps on the top there. So I just need to tighten it all up and put the camshaft top on and the camshaft cover. Frame painted, ready for the engine to go in. Nuts, bolts, pipes, adjusters all cleaned up and repainted. So looking at the back of the bike with the mudguard off, it looks like the subframe is slightly bent, so I'll have to straighten that out. And various parts getting cleaned and repainted. Radiator, bash plate, there's one before and after, a bit of a clean. Carb part. And the suspension and swinging arm removed. All the bearings removed to give them a clean. Cleaning and spraying all the other bits. Suspension links before cleanup. And this is the exhaust beforehand. And the exhaust after cleaning and spraying, heat resistant graphite grey. That's the engine fitted with the carburetor in and the radiator in, oil in the engine, water in. Started it up before just with the exhaust off, just to ensure everything was good, and yeah, it fires up okay. So just continuing. Refurbishing the exhaust, initially with a heavy sanding disc and then going smoother and smoother with a buffing disc. Exhaust cleaned, polished and fitted with the cover on. Shock absorber cleaned, repainted the spring and ready to fit. And the next thing is the back brake to refurbish. As we can see here, it looks just a bit crusty. Back brake arrangement all cleaned up and reassembled with new seals, ready to go on and affixed to the bike. And with the bike turned round, it's time for the front end. So I'm going to disassemble the front end, have a look at the bearings, check out the front caliper and ensure that everything is good. Back mudguard fitted, indicators working correctly and mounted correctly so they're not pointing upwards, and the rear light is now working as well. So mudguard all fits correctly, and underneath I've routed all the cables away so that you can't actually see them, so that's obviously protects them as well. Replaced all of the fittings that are rusty with Allen head screws, which are stainless steel. Side panels, all the plastics, taken all of the old graphics off. I've got a new graphics pack there ready to put on. Right, I've done some graphics and they're coming out pretty well, but it's not an easy job to do because you have to stretch it and really pull it back and get all of the air bubbles out, make sure there's no creases. And now everything back together. All done, including new suspension bushers in the back, 3 new chain sprockets as you can see here, new graphics pack.